Hi, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good day, everyone. My name is ABDUL SAGAL bin ABDURRAHMAN. My matrix number 1231648. So today, I would like to present my part about the information of article we review. So, the article entitled Analysis of the Challenge Faced by Sulh Officers in Handling Child Maintenance Claims Cases in the Sharia Court. So, this article was written by Fatin Shahira Abdul Rahim and Muhammad Hatim Zuhdi Abdul Rahim. It was published in the Journal of Law and Governance in 2023 under Volume 6, Issue 1. This study focuses on the challenges faced by Sulh officers in managing child maintenance claims cases in the Sharia Court. Sulh officers play a significant role as mediators, helping disputing parties reach an amicable settlement before the case proceeds to trial. This article highlights several challenges, including the lack of cooperation from the parties involved, disagreement over the amount of child maintenance, communication difficulties, and the complexity of family dispute. These issues often make the mediation process more challenging and time-consuming. The significance of this study lies in its contributions to improving the effectiveness of the Sulh process. By identifying these challenges, the author provides insight that may help strengthen mediation practices, enhance the efficiency of the Sharia Court, and ultimately safeguard the welfare and best interests of children. So, I think that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NURAIN binti ASMAWI. My metric number is 1231539. Now I will continue the introduction of the article. The article analysis of the challenges faced by Sulh officers in handling child maintenance claims cases in the Sharia Court, written by Fatin Shahira Abdul Rahim and Muhammad Hatim Zuhdi Abdul Rahim, discusses the role of the Majlis Sulh as an alternative dispute resolution mechanism in the Sharia Court, particularly in cases involving child maintenance claims. The study employs a content analysis approach based on relevant enactments, regulation, previous studies, and several related legal provisions. The findings reveal that the Majlis Sulh is effective in expediting dispute resolution and reducing the backlog of cases in the Sharia Court. However, its implementation continues to face several challenges, including the absence of the parties involved, inadequate facilities, and issues concerning the competency of Sulh officers. Therefore, this article review aims to critically evaluate the article by examining its research objective, methodology, findings, strengths, weaknesses, and recommendation for improving the implementation of Sulh in Malaysia. That's all from me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name NABILAH binti ZAMRI. My matrix number 1231532. Today I would like to present about the summary of the article entitled Analysis of the Challenge Faced by Sulh Officers in Handling Child Maintenance Claims at the Sharia Court. The main objective of this study is to examine the legal provisions and Islamic principles related to child maintenance cases handled in the Sharia Court. In addition, the study aims to identify the challenge faced by Sulh officers when managing child maintenance claims. To achieve this objective, the researcher sought to answer several research questions. These include whether the existing legal provision and Islamic principles applied in child maintenance cases are appropriate, and what factors create challenge for Sulh officer in handling such cases. In terms of methodology, the researcher adopted a qualitative research method based on content analysis. The data were collected by examining relevant legal provisions, including the Sharia Court Civil Procedure Enactment, the Islamic Family Law Acts and Enactment of the States in Malaysia, the Sharia Court Civil Procedure, Sulh Rules, and other related legislation. In addition, the researcher conducted a literature review by referring to journal articles and scholarly books on the practice of Sulh. Next, the finding shows that the Sulh method is highly effective in resolving disputes outside the courtroom. It has successfully reduced the backlog of the cases in the Sharia Court, as most child maintenance claims were settled through solution with mutual agreement between both parties. However, the study also highlights several challenges that affect the success of the Sulh process. The main challenge is the irresponsible attitude of the parties involved, particularly their failure to attend the scheduled Sulh session consistently. Other challenges include the inability of both parties to control their emotions, the public lack of awareness about the benefit of Sulh, the shortage of skilled Sulh officers, and internet connectivity issues. In conclusion, the author emphasized that the Sulh Council is an effective alternative dispute resolution mechanism that saves both time and cost compared to the conventional court trial process. Therefore, the author recommends several proactive measures, including organizing public awareness campaign to promote the benefit of Sulh, establishing online Sulh service in every state, and continuously improving the competency of Sulh officers through regular training and professional development program. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NURAIN HUSNA binti ABDUL and my matric number is 1231636. Okay, I would like to share about analysis and criticism about the article. The article effectively explains that Sulh is an alternative dispute resolution ADR mechanism used in the Sharia court to resolve child maintenance dispute through mutual discussion and agreement. It highlights that Sulh reduces litigation costs, shortens the duration of proceedings, minimizes the backlog of court cases, and promotes harmonious post-divorce relationship between parents, ultimately benefiting the child. Okay, then the article also provides a clear explanation of the legal framework governing Sulh by referring to Section 99 and 131 of the Sharia Court Civil Procedure Federal Territories Act 1998, which empower the court to refer disputes to mediations and recognize Sulh settlements as legally binding court orders. In addition, it identifies several implementation challenges, including poor attendance and cooperation by disputing parties, limited public awareness of Sulh, a shortage of qualified pegawai Sulh, and inadequate technological facilities for online mediations, particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic. However, the article relies mainly on legal provision and previous literature without providing sufficient empirical evidence, such as a case statistic, settlement success rates, or interview with judges, mediators, and disputing parties. Consequently, the effectiveness of Sulh is discussed more from a theoretical perspective than through practical evidence. Although the article identifies several challenges affecting the implementation of Sulh, it provides only limited discussion of their underlying causes, the enforcement of Sulh agreement after court approval, and long-term effect of mediated settlements of child welfare. Overall, the study offers a valuable overview of Sulh in child maintenance disputes, but its academic contribution would be strengthened by incorporating empirical research, deeper critical analysis, and more practical recommendation to enhance the effectiveness of Sulh in the Malaysia Sharia court system. That's all from me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is SALSABILA binti Muhammad FAUZI Naim and my matric number 1233210. Now, I would like to present the opinion and reflection on this article. Firstly, the article provides a well-structured and comprehensive discussion on the challenges faced by the Sulh officers in handling child maintenance claims. These ideas are presented in a logical sequence, making it easier for readers to understand the issues discussed. Secondly, the arguments presented by the authors are both strong and incredible because they are supported by legal provisions, Islamic principles or hukum syara, as well as previous scholarly studies. So this strengthens the reliability of the findings
and enhance the overall quality of the article. Thirdly, the article highlights that the success of the Majlis Sulh depends on the two key factors: the competency of Sulh officers and the cooperation of the disputing parties. Although Sulh officers play an important role as facilitators, the willingness of both parties to participate actively and reach a mutual agreement is equally important for a successful Sulh process. Moving on, the article also reinforces the role of the Majlis Sulh in promoting the Islamic values of reconciliation, consultation or musyawarah, and justice. So these values encourage dispute to be resolved peacefully rather than through lengthy litigation. Furthermore, the article emphasized that the importance of protecting child welfare while preserving the family harmony. By resolving a dispute through mutual agreement, the Sulh process helps minimize conflict between the parties and promotes the best interests of the child. Finally, the article makes a valuable contribution by strengthening the understanding of the Majlis Sulh as an effective alternative dispute resolution or ADR mechanism in the Sharia court. It also provides a useful insight for improving the implementation of Sulh in future family dispute cases. That's all for my presentation. Bye and Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NURAIN binti ABDUL Hamid. So, in conclusion, this article successfully achieved its objective by analyzing the challenges faced by Sulh officers in handling child maintenance claim in the Sharia court. From this article, we understand that Majlis Sulh plays an important role as an alternative dispute resolution mechanism in resolving family dispute. The article also highlights that the effectiveness of Sulh depends on the cooperation of all parties involved. Furthermore, continuous improvement are essential to enhance the effectiveness of Sulh implementation and to ensure better dispute resolution in the future. Overall, this article makes a valuable contribution to field of Islamic family law and serve as useful reference for future studies on the implementation of Majlis Sulh. That's all from our group. Thank you.